Hey everyone, my name is Sophia and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, then consider subscribing, because if you love makeup as much as I do, then this is the channel for you. I upload every week and I do makeup style videos, reviews, makeup tutorials, as well as lifestyle videos and vlogs. So I know I'm kind of late with this, but happy 2019. There were so many amazing products last year that I got to try. I started working in Ulta last February. So ever since working at Ulta, I have tried out so much makeup. So today I wanted to share with you guys all the luxury style items that I enjoyed using during 2018. And stay tuned for another upcoming video that I'm going to upload on Wednesday, in which I'm going to share with you guys all of the drugstore favorites that I enjoyed using during 2018 as well. But without further ado, let's get into the luxury favorites. So the first thing I wanted to go over is what my favorite primer was during last year, and that's definitely the MAC Prep and Prime. This is such a wonderful primer. It goes on more like a moisturizer, honestly. It is very lightweight, has a pump, and it has a little bit of like a pink color to it. And when you rub it into your skin, it just gives your skin this beautiful kind of a healthy glow. And it has a little bit of a shimmer in it as well. And I get really dry around my nose and around my mouth, and this has really helped so that during the day when I am wearing my foundation, I don't start getting dry throughout the day or getting that like cracked kind of a smile line coming through my foundation. So my favorite foundation definitely during last year has to be the Lancome Teint Idol foundation. This is the best foundation that I myself have ever used. It is a bit pricier. It retails for $47, but honestly, it is so worth it, because when I wear this foundation, I literally have to do nothing afterwards. I don't really have to use a setting powder if I don't want to. I don't really have to use a setting spray if I don't want to. It is just the most beautiful foundation. All you need is one pump if you want to achieve more of a lightweight finish, and if you want to achieve a full coverage finish, then you need to use about 2 to 3 pumps, and a little bit of it goes such a long way. It's very customizable in winter, since this is more of a matte foundation. In the winter, if you're like me and you're a little bit more dry in wintertime, then just use extra primer. But this is so customizable. People ask me all the time, like, oh my gosh, what foundation are you wearing? And when I tell them that I'm wearing a really full coverage foundation, they're like, but it looks so natural. And that's because of the way, you put it on. I just use a wet sponge. I use my Morphe sponge, and I use usually maximum 1.5 pumps of this. Really blend it in and work it in, and it just works amazing. And this guy will definitely stay looking amazing from the beginning of the day to the very end of the day. So I have it on my skin right now. I love it. It's amazing. If you've never tried it, definitely just go to a Lancome counter and ask for a sample. They do a 10-day free sample so that you can try it out and see for yourself if it's worth the $47 or not. So the next thing I wanted to go over is my 2 favorite setting sprays. So I'm still kind of skeptical about setting sprays, honestly. I feel like they are a little bit on the gimmicky side. I will have some days where I feel like the setting spray made my skin look awesome, and then other days I'm just like, did it really do anything at all? Sometimes it'll make me look like a hot, shiny mess. I don't know. So most of the time I will honestly just use my setting spray to just wet my brush so that I can foil my eyeshadows. Very rarely will I actually use it consistently on like an everyday basis. So regardless, my 2 favorite setting sprays are definitely the MAC Fix Plus. This stuff is awesome. I got a makeover done at the MAC counter, and I don't know. I just ended up falling in love with this and picked it up so that I could make my makeup application be redeemable, as well as the primer. That's how I discovered that MAC primer as well. So I do really like this. And then the other one is the Lancome Fix It, Forget It. The sprayer on this is like, oh my God, the finest mist. Like, you can't even feel it on your face. It is so, so fine. It is absolutely beautiful. So this is an up to 24-hour makeup setting mist, and it's got plant extracts, and it's a deflect and protect anti-pollution setting spray. So it says that it's a non-sticky, oil-free, paraben-free, silicone-free, and fragrance-free formula. And the fact that it's fragrance-free is kind of awesome for it being a Lancome product, because Lancome is very well known for being super heavily fragranced. So this stuff is awesome. Again, I don't use this all the time, but this is something new that they came out with last year, and it is amazing. I actually took a shower with my makeup on back when I first started using this product, and I was just rinsing the ends of my hair because I was rinsing out some hair dye, and holy smokes, like my face definitely got wet a little bit, you know, because it's inevitable. Your face will get a little bit wet in the shower. But oh my God, my makeup did not move. So this stuff definitely does deflect. So it is a little bit pricier, but you can pick this up as a travel size. So if you just want to go and try it out, I would recommend for you to pick up the travel size first, see for yourself if you like it, and then commit to the full size later. So this has been in combination with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, my most favorite concealer during last year. I tried so many different concealers from work before settling on this one. I tried the Bye Bye Under Eye, I tried the Clinique one, I tried the Becca one, and when I finally tried this one, it was like, oh my gosh, thank you. It was a godsend because I was having such a difficult time with covering up my dark circles. So this is the Lancome Effercescence Waterproof. And it comes in little squeezy tubes, so all I need to do usually is just squeeze out about this much, and it's enough for both eyes. So I will just kind of warm it up into my skin first, and then just look up and kind of dab it on first with my finger, and then blend in the rest of the way with my Morphe sponge. And with this, honestly, you don't even have to set it. I have definitely had days where I have not set this concealer, and it looks just as good as when I do set it with a powder. So setting it is definitely not necessary, and because it is waterproof, it definitely stays in place all day. For a luxury For a luxury powder that I've been loving is this one. It's by Lancome again. It's called Dual Finish, and it's a compact pressed powder, and it comes with two different applicators. It comes with a squishy kind of a sponge applicator, and then also with this little powder puff. And holy crap, this powder is so, so good. You can wear this by itself as a foundation, or you can use it as just a setting powder, which is usually what I do with it. But the reason why it's called Dual Finish is because you can use it wet or you can use it dry, which is so, so cool. So you can use the squishy sponge or a beauty blender to pick it up and use it wet, or you can just use a powder puff or a brush to use it dry. And this just gives the most beautiful finish. This is pressed in Japan, and look at that. You can't even tell that I've ever used it wet. It just does not change the formula of the powder, which is so crazy. So you can definitely achieve a really beautiful full coverage look with this powder foundation. I would say Probably for a person who is more dry, I don't think that you would like this, but if you have that more combination or really oily skin, I would definitely give this a try. This is by far the best pressed powder foundation that I have ever used. It's amazing. The only downfall to this is that it doesn't have an SPF sunscreen in it, but as long as you use a primer with a sunscreen in it or a moisturizer with a sunscreen in it, you should be good to go. For blush, there's a couple of different ones that I really fell in love with during last year. One of them is the Laura Geller Baked blush. I mean, how beautiful is that? I freaking love this blush so much. Blush for some reason on my face is very difficult to get to stay on. After a couple of hours, it just disappears throughout the day, and this really stays on my skin. So this one is called Tropic Hues, and it's their Baked Blush and Brighten. So it definitely does have, like, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but it has a little bit of that kind of golden tone inside of the powder going on. So it's just beautiful, and I've always loved products that have that kind of like marbled effect to it, because my mom used to have a bronzer that was like that. So using products like this just always make me think of her. The other blushes that I've been really loving using are the Tarte blushes. These again stay on my skin and don't wear off throughout the day. My two favorite shades are Feisty and what's this one called? And Quirky. So one is a little bit more of like a mauvey pink, and the other one is a little bit more of a peachy shade. So the peachy shade, Quirky, is what I have on my cheeks today. I really love these. These are usually what I travel up to Canada with if I go up to see my family, just because they're so compact and they really work. I also kind of love, and then for bronzer, the two that I've been really loving is the Lumiere bronzer by Lancome and the Hoola bronzer. The Hoola bronzer I just picked up a couple of months ago, and I've really been loving using this one. This is my favorite matte bronzer, and the Lumiere definitely has a little bit of a shimmer inside of it, and it just gives you this beautiful kind of a candle lit kind of a glow to your cheeks. This is the one that I have on today. It doesn't give you too much of a shimmer to your skin, but it just gives you this really nice, healthy, sun-kissed glow. So I really love this, and because I'm a Disney nut, the fact that it's called Lumiere is half the reason why I bought it. All right, moving on to eyes. My favorite eyeshadow primer is definitely the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is honestly so super easy to use. You just open it, dab the doe foot applicator against your lids, blend it in with your fingers, and boom, you're good to go. Has no color to it, really makes your shadows be vibrant, stay on. I do wish that sometimes I would have gotten the one that does have a little bit of a color in it, just so that it can cancel out how dark my eyelids are sometimes. So that's the only downfall to it, but that's my silly fault. I should have gotten one of the ones that does have a shade to it. So this is honestly a super, super good prestige eyeshadow primer. If you're looking for a good one, it's by far the best one that I've ever tried. For eyeshadow palettes, these three palettes right here have been my absolute go-tos during last year. So first off, let's go over the Tartelette in Bloom palette. This is honestly just absolutely stunning. It's got such beautiful, beautiful matte shades. It's got some warmer tone shades. It's got some plummier shades, and it is just freaking amazing. I love this palette so, so much. The other palette that I feel like I haven't really seen anyone talk about too much is the Benefit Vanity Flare. This just has some really good, solid, matte, and shimmery shades. And they're the kind of shimmer shades that are just really pearlescent and don't have that obnoxious kind of glitter effect where there is a huge amount of fallout. Let me just swatch a couple of these colors for you guys so that you can see they're so beautiful, and all of the colors work so well together. I just love this palette so much. I think those colors are just stunning. And it's very hard for me to make my brown eyes stand out, and this definitely makes my brown eyes stand out a lot whenever I wear it. And then my last favorite palette is this one. It's a color design palette by Lancome, and it's their one called Kissed by Gold. And it's got these beautiful golden shades. My favorite one is the color that's in the middle. It's this gorgeous matte eyeshadow color. I'll just swatch all of these for you so that you can see how stunning they are. Lancome eyeshadows are honestly really expensive. This palette is $50. So their prices are quite up there. But I will say though, you need the smallest amount of these shadows to create like a stunning pigmented look. I suck at swatching things. That's one thing that I definitely need to get better at. Okay, so those are all the colors. I mean, look at that shine. They are so beautiful. And when you foil these shadows, they are just so stunningly pigmented. The peachy color and the gold color, I love wearing on my eyelids all the time. And then I like to use that matte eyeshadow to really smoke out the crease. I love this palette. And then the last eyeshadow that I wanted to show you guys, this is like my lazy day makeup look kind of an eyeshadow where I just smoke this shade all over my eyelid, which is the eyeshadow that I'm wearing on my eyelid today. It's one shadow that I'm wearing, but it's so easy to make this look multi-dimensional. If you just focus a bit of this on your eyelid and then focus it more heavily in your crease, it just creates the illusion that you used more than one shade. So I love this eyeshadow for that so much. And it's just this gorgeous, deep, mahogany, like chocolatey reddish brown kind of a color. And this is also by Lancome and it's called Camel. For eyeliners, these are my two go-tos. So for my liquid eyeliner, I love using the Stila Stay All Day Micro Tip Pencil. So this is just like their regular Stay All Day liquid eyeliner, but the tip is just super fine. So it is very easy to get into your lash line with this and really tight line between your lashes so that it makes it look like you have more lashes than you really do, and it really just fills out your lash line. So this is super easy to use. It's very easy to create a cat liner with this as well. And then this I definitely need to replace, but back when it was new, this is the Smashbox Stay, I don't even know what this is called anymore. It is so worn off. Always On gel eyeliner. It is so small that it's to the point where I can't even really sharpen it anymore. So I've just been using a brush to just dig in there to get the product out. But this is awesome. It is the only pencil that I've ever tried that actually stays in my upper waterline when I tightline and doesn't smudge throughout the day. And to finish off the eyes, these have been my two go-tos. So first, I will coat my lashes with the Lancome Sills Booster Lash Primer. This is just a clear, or dries clear, I should say, lash primer. So this is infused with vitamin E and a bunch of other super conditioning ingredients that actually help to make your lashes grow over time. So you just coat your lashes with this first, and then you go over your lashes with your mascara of choice. And mine is definitely the Mr. Big Mascara by Lancome. It just makes your lashes look so huge. It makes your lashes look like you're wearing the Demi Wispies false lashes, honestly. This is what the wand looks like, and because it's got that really crisscross kind of a pattern, it grabs onto every single one of your lashes, and while it's volumizing, you're also pulling out any possible clumps that are happening while you're applying this. And honestly, one of these will last me, even though it's $25, one of these will last me like 4 to 5 months. So that's crazy. So I'm really much more of a lip balm kind of a girl. So I really pushed myself last year to step out of my comfort zone, and I tried on a lot of different lip products while working at Ulta. And these are my top favorites. So for gloss, so if I'm just wanting kind of a glossy look, I love using the Lancome Juicy Tubes. This one is called Marshmallow Electra, and this one is called Lychee. It just gives your lips the most beautiful kind of a pout. It makes it look like you're wearing a lip plumper because it just gives you that really juicy, full lips kind of a look. And these are beautiful on their own, or they're beautiful over lip colors as a topper. This color for my lips is like a Your Lips But Better kind of a color. I love it. This is my go-to like everyday lipstick shade. It's just got this really beautiful, berry, deep mahogany kind of a color, and it's just a perfect everyday color for me. So this one is MAC Bricola. And then for days where I want my lips to just stay put and not fade throughout the day, these are my go-tos. So this is the Color Design by Lancome. This is Red Stiletto, and it is the most beautiful, universally flattering red lipstick shade ever. And this honestly stays put, like with no lip liner or anything like that. You don't have to line your lips or anything. You don't have to worry about touching it up. It's like witchcraft, honestly. It is by far the best, longest lasting red lipstick that I have ever tried. And then this is the color that I have on my lips right now, and it's called Sugared Maple. So this is one of their sheen color design lipsticks where it's not as pigmented as the Red Stiletto one. So these are my two favorite shades from their Color Design lipstick range. And then lastly for brows, the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown is definitely my favorite of last year. It took me forever to get on board with this and to try it out, but we got some gratis at work, and I was lucky enough to get a full size of these, and honestly it is really, really good. Like I can see why it's so hyped up. It is extremely easy to create a very dramatic eyebrow look with it, like an Instagram brow, or to just fill it in and make them look really natural. All you need is a good angled brush and you're good to go. And honestly, I've been using this for quite a few weeks now, and I have barely even made a dent in it. So this should last me for like the next like 2 or 3 years, honestly. So those are all the luxury products that I loved using during 2018. Please let me know in the comments below all of the products that you enjoyed, or if you have any recommendations for me of things that I should try out. I'm always on the lookout for new products to try. So definitely let me know in the comments your current favorites or your last year's favorites. And stay tuned for Wednesday and come back and check out out my best of 2018 drugstore favorites as well. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know that you did with a big thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel before you go so that you don't miss out on my future uploads, and I will see you guys again very soon.